Hello to everyone that is watching. Somehow, some way, it's telling me, okay, there you go, that looked like a small bug. 45 minutes on the stream. I want to welcome everyone to my 9th week, 3rd day of doing this challenge for myself of walking, jogging, and doing a little bit of cross training on my bike. Today I did something a little bit different. Really the only difference is I started the stream at the same time that I started my normal GoPro recording, and I think it's going to help because it will make things a little bit more synchronized across both videos. So I think it's going to add a little bit more production value, and I think it'll make my life a little bit easier when it comes to post-production. But I'm looking forward to doing this walk today and hopefully getting a couple of amount of people to join me on this virtual walk. So if you're looking at this for the first time, or if you have seen previous streams of mine, if you're, hunched over your desk, or if you're looking over a tough problem, if you're working from home, maybe you're still in your pajamas, which I sure am on some of these days at this time, I encourage you to step out for a little bit, warm up your body, warm up your mind, do a light walk. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. Do it at the intensity that you feel is right. We're just going to go out here and do what we can to stay consistent with our fitness goals. So today, for anyone watching, I'm going to be doing a 30-minute walk, and the stream will go for as long as the walk. Now, the reason that I stop at 30 minutes and I don't go for any longer, despite the stream going to 45 minutes, is because I want to give people a clear timestamp, and I want to help people manage expectations. For example, what does that mean? You tune into the stream, or for example, you watch one of my videos from before. If I start the video off by telling you the exact amount of time we'll be walking, it's a challenge that you can give yourself, and I think it's easier to accomplish it that way since I'm giving you a very clear goal to hit. So hopefully we can have some people join me in today's walk and have a fun conversation. Alright, so here we go. First question, McDonald's Query asks, what's the temperature? Today it is a little bit colder than normal. When I say colder, it's relative. As a South Florida native, I'm gonna say it's probably in the lower 70s. And yes, that is cold. I sort of regret not wearing my sweater, to be honest. I'm not wearing a sweater right now. Normally do when I'm out here. Thought it was gonna be more warm, but it's not. But it's good. I'm sure once we get this walk underway, I'll start getting a good sweat. I'm trying to keep the intensity up. I'm trying to walk at a fairly brisk pace. That's sort of the important thing. You can't just take a walk as if you're in the mall. You have to sort of focus, make sure you're walking, at a pretty brisk pace. Again, nothing crazy. Just do what feels right, enough that you can actually challenge yourself. So that's what we're doing here today. This is my 9th week doing this. What I've been doing via these Reddit live streams and also via recordings shot from a GoPro is documenting my journey from essentially the couch to a 10K. And these walks obviously are trending in that direction. More importantly, these live streams are fun because not only do I get the chance to do my exercise, it's also a chance for me to engage with the whole community and hopefully just have some cool and intriguing conversation. So that's what I'm hoping to accomplish today. And of course, hoping that some of you all can join in with me. Like I said, I'm a software engineer, so I was pretty much hunched over my desk this morning, and now is about as good of a time to come out and take a break and just do a slight walk, Normally try and do a walk at this time. Right now it's 1:43 p.m. Eastern time. Pretty good time. And then I get back and I go for the second half of the day. I end up being a lot more productive this way because odds are when you come back, you're generally a little more clear-headed and you can solve your problems much more efficiently. So it's kind of a nice habit to get into. So what I want to talk about today, and I'm sure hopefully a handful of you know, the GameStop fiasco with investing. Now, I am not a pro investor. As a matter of fact, I'm extremely noob. But I am a little bit more knowledgeable than I was a couple of months ago. And it's funny. I guess first I want to preface this by, it's crazy how a small amount of consistency can take you so far. And what is it I mean by that? So when I used to be in the office, the quote-unquote water cooler chat, a lot of people would be talking about let's say, politics or sports or investing. And it wasn't like the investing talks they were having were crazy, but I just didn't know anything. I was so ignorant. I could only listen and appreciate the conversation, but I didn't really know what they were talking about. So luckily with me, I had a good friend of mine, or rather he is still a good friend. His name is Henry Garrett. He's very into investing. He sort of started showing me the ropes little by little, and just small bite-sized chunks for me to sort of start understanding. And the more and more I did that every single day, the better I started becoming. So now the terminology makes a little more sense. I'm able to sit down with people and have, better conversations when it comes to investing. And now, especially with all this rage with the GameStop stock, I'm very excited. Now, okay, so my biggest deal right now is I have a huge amount of seller's remorse, I guess you can say. I had a pretty strong position when I was, to be completely transparent, I bought 100 shares at $10. And guess what I did? Being a naive investor, last Friday, it was only last Friday, which I can't believe, I was reading some points on Investopedia, trying to figure out what do I do. And one of the things it mentioned was, if you sort of invested on a stock on a whim, which is really what I did, and the price increased fairly dramatically, which it did, it went up $40, then, it's probably better to sell, take your winnings, and you come out on top. Be a humble investor, don't be greedy. And I was like, you know what? That makes sense. I can come out on top, and I'm still good, and I can reinvest my earnings in something else. So I did do that, and I did come out on top. And for all intents and purposes, I won. But a couple hours later, the stock rose to 80. And I already felt terrible just from it having risen 30 bucks. Now I'm sure as you all know, it's no longer up by 30. I mean, this morning, I think the high was 485. So yeah, I'm not feeling great, but I do understand that anyone that feels that they can predict the market is plain up wrong. I mean, people have very good predictions and they have very good experience when they have a feeling about the trajectory of the stock, but no one could have told me back then that it was going to be 485. So really, I didn't know. Now, I could have held. I wish I would have held, but I didn't, and it's fine. The good thing is I actually reinvested some of those stocks into BlackBerry, which apparently seems like it can go up, and then also into another company called CCIV, which I think it's Churchill Capital Group, something like this, because of a supposed rumor that they'll be acquiring Lucid Motors. So we'll see. All right, let's answer some of the questions here. So Palm Beach County. So I'm in Broward County, but close. Yep. I'm gonna come swing around the corner in my work truck. Haha. Nice. That's awesome. Yeah, do it. Say what's up. That was, I'm sorry, it's a little bit hard to read the names. That was One Pain 1214. Now one from Grab. Let me stop for a second. Grab Devon Doom. So that's what Florida looks like. I imagined it with more fire and alligators. Probably if you go more south towards the Everglades and the marshlands. I feel like I'm talking about some locations in Fallout. But yeah, it definitely does get like that in some parts. But in this part, it's very suburban. Don't really get that. Well, yeah, asks how many shares again? I had bought 100 shares at $10. And I sold when it was at 50. So I made a decent gain. I'm very happy with the gain that I made. And again, I have to think of the silver lining that I did come out on top. And really that's what I should be happy about, I mean, I don't want to fall into this addictive, stressful trap. And, there's always a could've, would've, should've situation. But at the end of the day, for a stock that I bought on a whim, I think I'm happy. I guess that's the sentiment right there, right? That really summarizes what I think, like what I feel. I think I'm happy. Yeah, well, I'm just happy I came out on top, and at least I didn't lose my money. So I reinvested the earnings into some other stocks, and yeah, just man, today's been a whirlwind of a day. I haven't been keeping track as much with the stock because frankly, I don't want to go crazy. I use the Yahoo Finance app. Yahoo Finance app is really nice. The UI is really nice, and I have no shame in saying how addicting it is to just watch those numbers changing from second to second. It just makes it very easy for me to just keep track of all, all the prices of stocks at any given moment. And then I use something like Fidelity to keep track of my positions, but yeah. All right, so Roxdabu, let me see, Rox D Abdullah E asks, how many sinkholes have you come across? I haven't come across any sinkholes today, so it's a good day. It's a good day because I haven't come across any sinkholes. Well, yeah, you said you did win. Just keep up being smart. Well, thank you. That actually really, really makes me feel better. There's a lot of anxiety surrounding stock trading, and especially, day trading, right? Especially someone like me with really no experience. I don't think it's healthy. I'm just gonna label it as I had a good time. It was fun. I learned a lot. So looking forward to what happens from here on out, Yeah, thanks a lot for those words of encouragement. Definitely makes me feel better about myself. And, like I said, we'll just see what happens from here on out. Has anyone else invested into any one of these Reddit stocks, Wall Street bets sort of thing? What is it, like GameStop, AMC, Nokia, BlackBerry? Very curious to see, maybe right now it's GameStop, but maybe next week it'll be BlackBerry. I'm not really sure, but it'll be cool to see how the market now reacts to, things like TikTok and Wall Street bets and so on and so forth. All right, so Polk JK Oeop asks, should I move from New York City to Florida? Well, it depends. It depends on the sort of lifestyle you're looking for. What is the lifestyle that you live now? Like, what sort of lifestyle do you live now? I would say Florida is really good if you like the beach, if you like nightlife, if you like food. Okay, wait, let me rephrase this. South Florida, talk about Miami, is good for nightlife. Fort Lauderdale, I live in Fort Lauderdale. Fort Lauderdale is definitely more of a slower pace. If you like the beach, come to Fort Lauderdale. If you like good food, come to Fort Lauderdale. It's very much a leisure city. So, oh, here we go. Fishfinger1942 says, it's my birthday. Well, happy birthday, and I thank you for being on today's stream with us. So, also, if you like the weather, if you like pretty much warm weather throughout the year, then that's also a good reason to come to Florida. There's no one crazy here. There's no, like, Florida man. I think it's just a coincidence that weird things happen in Florida, but we can't go around making generalizations like that, so. Let's see, someone else, let me move it here. Rascal Kong says, damn, man, it's negative 28 in Winnipeg today. I want to be where you are. Yeah, it's funny, because I was saying earlier how it's probably like in the mid-70s right now, and I'm pretty cold, man. Like, that's the funny thing. Crocodiles, it depends on where you are. They're definitely not just running around the streets like you might think. I have a feeling that you're more likely to see black bears in California than you are to see an alligator just walking across your neighborhood in Florida. Mark B9T asks, do you ever get tired of the beach? So, I'm not too far from the beach, and I have not been to the beach in probably a year. And I hate to say that. I'm actually very much looking forward to the summer coming around, me being able to go back to the beach. I want to do, like, growing up, when we had our birthday parties for our cousins and our family, we'd do like the classic beach day, which is, you go out, you get a shelter, you get food, you get drinks. And I haven't really done that in so long. I feel like now when I go to the beach, it's just like so fast, just in and out. But I want to have a classic beach day again where I'm going to take a cooler, I'm going to take some good food, hopefully go with some friends, music, take a football. Just throw the pigskin, right? Have a nice beach day, nice classic beach day. Really looking forward to that. Rick HD says, nice, 16 degrees Fahrenheit where I am. That's incredible. The lowest I've ever been is 28 degrees Fahrenheit, and it's not easy to handle. Luckily, I had my puffer vest, which feels light, but actually did really, really good. It was a good stress test. By the way, everyone, I hope the wind is not interfering too much with the audio here. It's sometimes hard for me to get away from it. Kind of just have to trudge through it. that's what we're doing. So thank you all to our who are currently still viewing for sticking along and doing this walk with me. Now it's the halfway point. We've been doing this walk for about 15 minutes. So if you're still at home, you can still cash in on today's walk. Come out, join me for another 15 minutes. Let's get out there, let's get moving. It's easy to start a walking routine today. Actually, I want to flip the camera real quick and show you all sort of my setup here. It's not just a phone I have, it's also this GoPro on my head, strapped to my hat. That is very it's a Cuban coffee hat. That's what happens when you're in South Florida. You buy caps that are Cuban coffee hats. So, a lot of you might be asking, why is it that this guy has a GoPro attached to his head? Well, not only, again, if you guys listen from the beginning, I do live streams because it helps me with my walk. It's nice to be able to talk to people. You know, my girlfriend sometimes wants to walk with me, sometimes she doesn't. But at least here I have a theoretical infinite limit of people that I can speak with. The reason that I have the GoPro on my head is because I'm documenting my journey to a 10K. And that journey is documented on YouTube. Just a very quick, shameless plug here. I have a channel that's called Task With Me. And the first task that I'm doing is just documenting my fitness journey. Really what I hope the channel could become is just a way for people to break up the normalcy of every day and hopefully try something new. And hopefully you can just follow me on YouTube and follow along with me and do the tasks with me. Again, that's why it's called Task With Me. The first one's fitness related. I'm going to be documenting my journey all the way to a 10K. You can watch all the videos I have up until this point and you can join along with me. After this, I'll probably be doing things like software related, technology related, cooking related, strength training related, and really any sort of tasks that the community wants for me to do. I think it'll be a lot of fun. It'll help me get out of my comfort zone, and hopefully it will help a lot of you all get out of your own comfort zones. So that should be fun. What kind of footage are you getting with your hat cam? The footage that I'm getting with my hat cam is essentially the same that I'm getting on my phone. Well, actually it is the same, albeit with a better quality and some more stabilization. And the GoPro also has a windscreen, so the wind won't be as bad. Overall production quality is just better. But again, the reason that I also capture on my GoPro is so that I can upload it to YouTube, to my Task With Me channel. Now, at some point, if I ever get to 1,000 subscribers on my channel, I'll be able to do a live stream directly from the GoPro. So I'd like to eventually just migrate to there. That way I can take advantage of what the GoPro gives me, but also, you know, have an audience just on one platform. But that being said, I love the fact that I can come here on Reddit and do this. Redditors are a very great community of people, and I learn a lot on Reddit, so it's sort of great to just talk with everyone at this level. So it's really cool. Here we go, watching the SpaceX launches. Nice, Rick HD. I wasn't even aware they had any launches today, but that's always fun to see, and I'm sure Elon Musk is always very happy to see those. I moved to Central Florida back in December. I love it here. It's Chronicle B03. Yeah, Central Florida is really nice. Central Florida is really, really good. Obviously tourism because of Disney World, but also it's very good for housing. If you're looking to start investing in real estate, I haven't done it myself, but I've always heard very good stories about investing in real estate in Central Florida. It's cheap, you can get big homes, and you're close to one of the biggest destinations in the world, Disney World. So people want to prom there if they're in love with Disney World. So check it out. If you have the money and you're ready to do it, go for it. Now let me know how it goes. I'd be very curious, as I'm sort of interested in the same thing myself. Rick HD says, streaming, they say, increased 70% last year. Yeah, I don't doubt it. That's pretty much what everyone's doing nowadays. You know, I sort of hopped on it late, but the main reason I hopped on it was the same reason I'm doing my walk. I just wanted to try something new and thought, why not? That's really it. And I'm a very, very slow growing channel, but it's not really about the people that watch. It's really just for me. It's motivation for me, and if people end up joining, then that's cool. You know, I really want them to, so we can build a community together. But again, it's really just for me at the end of the day. Twitch used to be game streaming, but has gone to a lot of chat sites. Yeah, Twitch used to be the place for game streaming, right? But now all the, you know, so many platforms want to cash in. People want to try and break into that market. with their own unique service. But of course, there's a lot of competition. It's steep competition. It's not easy, but it's always fun to see when a new player enters the field. It's been a really, really great walk today. I feel like we've had a lot of interesting things to talk about today. I love the viewer engagement we have here. Where in the world, you know, before this I was doing the U show. I thought the U show was more appropriate for this sort of thing. And then someone else recommended I do Where in the World. And so far, Where in the World has proven to be like just a lot better in terms of viewers, in terms of quality conversations, so on and so forth. So again, I thank all the Redditors joining me. Really appreciate you all joining me on this virtual walk. I'm looking forward to continuing to do it all. To do it with you all. About 20 minutes now. We have 10 minutes left. So what my schedule looks like is today I'm doing a walk. Tomorrow I'm going to be doing a 20-minute cross-training session. Again, if any of you all have followed me, you know that my cross-training sessions have revolved around me being on my bike. I try and hold the phone while riding my bike and talking at the same time. It's been interesting, but it's also been a lot of fun. So tomorrow I'll be doing a 20-minute cross-training session if any of you all want to join me while doing that. And finally on Saturday will be our last workout for this week, followed by a rest day on Sunday. Next week is when I feel I start the really, really fun stuff, which has been what I've been waiting for ever since the beginning, which is alternating cycles of walking and jogging. I feel like that's really where my cardio is going to be pushed. My training up until this point will be tested, and I'll really start to make the next level of gains. So I'm very excited for that. The only thing is going to have to figure out how to continue streaming on Reddit, if at all. Might have to stop the Reddit streaming because it's just not easy to hold the phone and jog at the same time and still talk. There might be a chest mount for the iPhone I can use, but then stabilization and audio and all these things, I'm not sure if it's worth it, but I'll see. I'll maybe mess with it. At the very least, I will have my GoPro. I've already tested my GoPro across some bumpy terrain and some pretty nice wind gusts, and it has performed very well. So I might just stick to the GoPro videos during this second leg of my journey. But if you do follow me on YouTube, you can still keep in touch. You can still follow along with me. I'd love to hear from any of you all that are trying to accomplish your own fitness goals. And let's get out there and let's make it happen. So yeah, is anyone currently following GameStop? I'm very curious to know what the price is right now. It dropped significantly this morning. I think the lowest it went to from what I saw earlier today was like 150 something. I thought to myself, well, you know, now you can't even buy shares anymore on Robinhood, last I checked. And I don't have any money in Fidelity to actually make a trade. But I thought, man, if it goes to 100, I'll probably buy. Like, why not just invest again? But we'll see. I don't want to get greedy. And I also don't want to try and, you know, I guess come even, or try to make myself feel like, oh, if I just buy more, I'll get my money back. Like, I don't think that's a very good tactic. I think I just have to sell it and forget it. So that's really probably what it should be like. This area is nice. There are some, you know, people walking their dogs around here. It's a nice open area, not a lot of traffic, so it's a good place to come and train your dogs. Good place to let them just get tired. So it's been a lot of fun. Over here doing our 30-minute walk. It's been a lot of fun. Hoping that some of you have joined me during this time. And I've also had a chance to just clear your mind, get a nice break. I know for a lot of you it's freezing, so I can't imagine it's easy to walk at all. But it should be fun. I've had a lot of fun doing this, you know. I think that it's normally hard for me to stay consistent with really anything I put my mind to, which sounds terrible, but it's the truth. And this is one of the things that I've really kept up with. Again, I think the live streaming helps that a lot. You know, 9 weeks is not a trivial amount. I mean, it's not a lot, but it's not something to scoff at. So I'm very happy with my progress, and I've seen significant changes in my life because of it. So it's nice to know that it's actually So, how's everyone doing? How's everyone enjoying their Thursday? It's almost the weekend, it's almost Friday. Probably some of you are just looking forward to sitting back, relaxing, watching some Netflix. Actually, I started watching, this is the third time I try to watch Breaking Bad with my girlfriend. I myself have seen the show twice from start to finish. This third time is a charm. To be completely honest, I'm not sure she's 100% sold on it, but I think she's more sold on it than she was previously. So I'm really hoping that she sticks with it because it is a phenomenal show. I wouldn't think that if I hadn't watched it twice. Really hoping she sticks along with me for the ride. A lot of fun, a lot of ups and downs. So looking forward to seeing her reaction. Disney Mama 80. Hey to you as well. Look at that. We have a recent follower of mine back on the channel. Thank you for joining in. We're here finishing up our walk for today, our 30-minute walk. Got about 4 minutes left, but always glad to see some of the old followers joining me today. That's really awesome. You know, this is my first time doing anything like this social media wise, so small things like this are a huge dopamine rush. They make me feel like people actually care, so that's very nice. It's always good to see returning followers. Glad you're joining in today. But yeah, so we started season 2 of Breaking Bad yesterday, and we'll see how it goes from here. The good thing is, if she likes Breaking Bad, we sort of have a double whammy, because we can go from Breaking Bad to Better Call Saul, and that gives us a long stretch of show to watch. She says after we watch both of these, she wants to rewatch Friends, and that's cool. Friends is fun to watch. Friends is like The Office, I think, in terms of, you know, it's not a deep show like Breaking Bad or Lost, Ozark, you know, any of these dramas, but it's just a fun show to watch. Gives you a couple of good laughs, short episodes, and those are always. CKO1234 says, what hospital is that? To be completely honest, I'd rather not reveal the name of the hospital. I don't want to give, I guess, too much of a hint as to where I am. I want to keep some privacy. So we're just here doing our thing, wrapping up today's walk. Looking forward to doing a strength training routine later today. It's going to be a lot of fun. I've been more consistent than most times with my strength training, so that's something I'm very proud of. Hopefully some of you all maybe are also doing it too. We can all sort of do it together. I'm okay with Breaking Bad, but I'm a huge fan of Game of Thrones, The Office, and Sons of Anarchy. So I've never seen Game of Thrones. I know, kill me, sue me, whatever you want. I have not watched it. I've heard very, very good things about it, and I probably will try to watch it at some point. The Office is phenomenal. I've also seen The Office twice. They recently took it off Netflix, so that's pretty sad. And Sons of Anarchy I have not seen, but I've also, well, I haven't watched it, but I have seen it, if that makes sense. So CGale1234 says, looks like one of the hospitals I do per diem at. Yeah, maybe, could be. Ogoy123 says, how hot is it over there? I'm gonna say it's probably in the lower 70s, mid to lower 70s. And while you think it's hot, I actually am kind of cold. No one is outside. No, it's actually a ghost town here. I'm the only resident in all of this area of South Florida. It's pretty crazy. Kind of have this whole place to myself. It's pretty neat. And I certainly don't mind. I'm the only one here. JC Living, no one is outside. No, no one is outside. We have a couple of seconds here on our 30-minute walk. Again, I just want to thank everyone for watching the stream today. I know it's been a windy one, but if you are interested in starting your own walking journey, if you need some extra motivation, if you like the content that was given here today, apologies for the wind, it's a massive gust. One moment here. Oh, let's keep going. If you like the content you saw today, if you want to get more of this, if you want to start your own journey, follow me on my YouTube channel at Task With Me. I'm going to write it on the chat here for anyone that's interested. So Task With Me. Task With Me is my YouTube channel. I do more stuff like this. I have all the archives of my previous videos, walking, cycling. I would love to see some of you there and joining in with me on these virtual workouts. As I always say, stay fit and stay healthy, and we will see you all very soon. Take it easy. All right, for all the GoPro watchers out there, today was 30 minutes and 25 seconds on air, 435 unique watchers, 23 upvotes and 2 downvotes. Kept it pretty much right in line with the 30 minutes, which I really do like. Tomorrow we'll be following up with a 20-minute cross-training workout, so if you're into that, catch me tomorrow. And as I always say, stay fit and stay healthy, and we'll see you all very soon.